Hey everyone, namaste. Let's go ahead and begin on our back. Allow the feet to come as wide as the mat and the arms to naturally follow by their sides. As you lie here in the beginning moments of class, start to make that initial connection with the earth. Allowing the head to be heavy, the shoulders to roll down and back, the triceps, the elbows, the wrists, the back of the hands to sink deeper into the mat. Allowing the low back, the hips, the inner thighs, and the shins to soften. Allowing the ankles and the toes to naturally open outward. As you continue connecting with the earth, just notice those parts of your body which are making the most contact in the mat. Perhaps it's the back of your head, your shoulders, your sit bones, or your heels. Perhaps it's the left hip over the right. Does it feel like you're leaning more towards one side than another? Does it feel like one shoulder's hiked a little bit higher than the other? As you continue, just bringing awareness to the patterns within your body. And start to bring some awareness to the breath. Breathing in through the nose. And breathing up and out through the nose. Inhaling through the nose, allowing the ribs to expand in all directions, the front, the back, and the sides. On the exhale, just notice how the breath is shape changes. The ribs collapse downward and in. Continuing this breath on your own. We'll take the next few moments of class to gracefully and easily make our way up to a seated position. So on the next inhale, let's just gently bend the right knee, bringing the heel towards the hip. Placing the foot flat on the ground. On the exhale, we'll roll over to our left side, bringing the right hand in front of the face. On the inhale, we'll gently extend through the right arm, coming high in the left forearm. On the exhale, we'll bring the left heel towards the hip as we sweep the right leg around. Perhaps sliding your hips back, making sure that you are positioned at the center of your mat. Bring your hands to your knees or your thighs. When you arrive at the top of your mat, take that initial breath in through the nose, allowing it to travel down to the root of the pelvis. On the exhale, just this gentle rock back as we press down through the sit bones, ripple up the front of the spine, belly, ribs, heart. And maybe the chin lifts up just a couple of centimeters as we keep the eyes nice and soft. So on the next inhale, we're going to interlace the fingers as we press the palms forward into the sky. Locking out the elbows, straightening the elbows as the arms come beside the ears, perhaps stretching even behind the head, stretching out the backs of the shoulders. And the arms will come forward as we'll drop the chin, softening the crown towards the ground. So breathing in, we'll gently come forward. So it's like we're being pulled forward here as we stretch the arms to the sky. And on the exhale, we round from the sacrum through the crown, softening down. Breathing in, the hands are pulled forward. Arms straight as we reach the shoulders out of the back, straightening the arms. One more time like that, rounding in. And stretching high. So on the next inhale, we'll just sweep the arms behind us as we interlace the fingers behind our back this time. Knuckles can press away. We can bring them to the low back spine, the sacrum, as the elbows wrap in. Pulling through the heart center so the heart reaches forward, chin lifts up. On the exhale, we round again as we reach the knuckles away. Perhaps they begin to reach the sky as we bow down between the thighs. So inhale, knuckles back. Elbows wrap in as we gently press down through the sacrum, lift up through the heart. exhale, we gently waterfall forward, knuckles to the sky. So just one more time like that. Breathing in, heart pulls forward, chin lifts high. Breathing out, rounding from the tailbone, thoracic spine, top of the head, knuckles to the sky. So on the next inhale, as we come through center, we'll reach the hands to the sky. So the arms float up here. On the exhale, right hand comes out to the right side, left arm over the left ear. So option to stay here, or as long as you can anchor that left sit bone down to the ground. Perhaps we begin to slide the right hand out, maybe even come down to the forearm. So we stretch this left side. But if that left hip is coming off the mat, then let's come high in that hand, making sure we're anchoring through the hips as we're stretching this left side. So breathing in will come the other way. So back through center, left hand out. Exhale, right arm over the right ear. Stretching from right hip to right armpit. Breathing in. That hand begins to slide out. And breathing out. Just stretching the right side ribs through the right fingertips. Just one more time each side. We're just going to take one breath though. So coming down to your deepest here. Inhale over. And exhale, stretch. Breathing in through center. As we go left and breathing out, we stretch that right side waist. So on the next inhale, come through center, we'll just bring the hands to the knees of thighs or even the mat. So we just gently lengthen up the spine. Now as easeful as your body allows, we're just going to begin to sweep the ribs side to side. So just bringing in some gentle, organic movement here. Exploring the different waves of the spine. Any tensions that you might be holding on to. Really just to get ourselves to move in a slightly different way. Too often we're very linear throughout the day. Now start to make the movements a little bigger, circling the hips down to one side, over to the other and back. Just making some big hip circles, or sticking with that side to side if you choose. Now really make these movements yours, so if something doesn't feel right or you want to explore more, feel free to explore as much as you choose. Go ahead and reverse the direction. Just trying to allow the head to be heavy here, so that the back of the neck, the jaw, the tongue can be soft. Now as organic as your body allows, just start to move asymmetrically, finding all those tight spots. That means for you, if you want to make the movements a little bigger and just stretch an arm forward and back, whatever feels right for you, just taking a few moments here to explore, to seek out some of those tight spots, perhaps bring some fresh fluids to those hard to reach spaces. We'll just be here for another moment. Start to make your way back through center, finding the way evenly between the sit bones. On the next inhale, we'll go ahead and dive the heart forward so the elbows wrap in here as the heart pulls forward. Chin lifts up, head drops back. Exhale, we grab the shins, drop the chin and round in. So breathing in, we dive as close to the earth as we can. Arch the spine. And exhale, we grab the shins, drop the chin and round in. So breathing in, gentle diving, arching back. So really using those inhales to find some softness. And exhale, we create that strengthening from the inside, really hollowing out the belly. on that exhale. So inhale, arms float forward, elbows float wide. Fingers are the last thing to reach the sky. Exhale, we rock back, make these strong fists. So we lengthen up the front of the spine. Breathe in and sweep it forward. Breathing out. Inhale, coming forward, softening forward. Shoulders are soft, fingers reach. Exhale, we rock back, press down, lengthen up. Inhale, same thing on the inhale, but on the exhale as we press down, perhaps a heel or two lift off the mat. So breathe in and we place the feet down, taking our time, sweeping forward. Breathing out, we press down so much, engaging those deeper muscles of the front of the spine as we lift up. Inhale, placing the feet down, sweeping forward. Exhale, pressing down, lengthen high, reaching up. So inhale forward, just one more time like that, waking up some of the deeper muscles of the spine. So here we're gonna stay here. Place the toes down if you need. Maybe you bring the big toes to touch. On the inhale, we're just gonna see if we can lift everything up. And on the exhale, we just cross the ankles as we rock forward over the shins, placing the hands under the shoulders, and sliding the knees back under the hips. So just taking your time here. And when you arrive in this all fours, just begin to sweep the ribs side to side. Just taking a moment to just find the way evenly between the knees, the hands. When you find your version of stillness, on the inhale, we'll gently drop the belly, elbows wrap in. As we lift the chin, exhale, we press down with the earth, we round from the sacrum through the crown. So there's a lot going on here, so inhale. The hips go back and wide, belly drops, arching the spine, elbows wrap in, and we pull the ground towards us, so we pull the heart forward as the chin lifts. On the exhale, we press the hands, knees, toes down as we round from the sacrum, thoracic spine, back of the neck, top of the head. Inhale, gently pulling the ground towards us, elbows wrap in, arching back. Exhale, we press the earth away, we round from the sacrum through the crown as we soften the head. So breathing in one more time like that. And breathing out. The next inhale, we'll just make sure the toes are tucked if they weren't. So we just slide the hands forward a couple of inches, pressing the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog, really taking your time to get here. When you do arrive, just pedaling out one foot, then another, bending one knee, straightening the other. As we soften the back of the neck, taking the next few moments to begin to walk the feet towards the hands, so really taking your time here. Soft bend in the elbows, soft bend in the knees. Stepping the feet forward. Perhaps you even have to come high in the fingertips. Make it all the way forward. Making sure the toes are pointed forward. The hips are back and wide. So on the inhale, we'll lift and spread the toes. So the feet are somewhere between sitting bone distance and armpit distance apart. Exhale, we press down and we roll up, belly ribs hard. So breathing in, legs straighten, elbows float wide, fingers reach the sky. Exhale, we circle around, placing the fingers on the ground, softening the crown. So inhale, we're going to step back with this left foot. Making sure this right knee is over the ankle. So perhaps you have to slide that left leg back a few more inches as you drop the knee down, untuck the toes. So we'll frame this right ankle with the fingertips. On the inhale, we'll send the hips back and wide. Perhaps you'll even walk the hands back. On the exhale, you drop the head towards the knee. Breathing in, crawling the hands forward, reframing that foot. Right knee over ankle. Exhale, you stretch the jaw, lift the chin. So there's a lot going on here as well. Inhale, hips go back and wide. Exhale, we drop the head towards that right side. Breathing in as we crawl the hands forward, knee over ankle. Exhale, we drop that left hip down, stretching this left hip flexor, left rib side as we lift the chin. Breathing in. One more time back. On the next inhale, as we come forward, do the same thing. Exhale, drop that left hip, lift the chin. And on the next inhale, we'll just soften the head down, so keeping that right knee over the ankle. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the knee off the ground. So we just place this left hand down. Maybe you stay high in the fingertips, or perhaps you come down to the palm, hand under the shoulder. Exhale, we'll spin open to the right side. Always have the option of dropping this back knee. But if the knee is lifted, we're going to bend the back knee as we circle this right arm. And on the exhale, we press the left hand down. Right foot down, left foot down, right arm reaches high. So breathing in, bend the back knee as we circle. And breathing out, we press into the ground. Perhaps we begin to lengthen that right hamstring. So inhale, big circle, and exhale. Create that length and lift from the ground through the fingertips. So on the next inhale, we come back through center. Hands will frame the foot. Perhaps that back knee is down. If it is, see if you can tuck the back toes to lift the knee off the ground. As the hands crawl forward, head softens towards the ground. So here you can make one big step, or perhaps a few tiny steps. Stepping this left foot forward until it meets the right, and we fold forward. So on the inhale, now big toes are touching. The heels are slightly apart. We're just going to bend the knees, send the hips back and wide until the thighs are parallel with the mat. Exhale, we press down and roll up, belly ribs hard. So breathe in, arms flow high. And exhale, hands to prayer, twisting to the right side. Inhale through center, arms float to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer, twisting to the left this side. Breathing in, just one more time each side. And breathing out. Inhale through center, and exhale left. On the next inhale, we'll straighten the legs. So we reach up, and exhale, we'll just swan dive forward or fold forward, placing the hands, stepping this right foot back. So dropping the right knee, sliding that foot back as much as you need to make sure this left knee's over the ankle. Perhaps you even heel toe this left foot out. Couple of inches to make sure you have a nice wide base. Untucking the toes. Breathing in, sending the hips back and wide. Breathing out, dropping the head towards the knee. So inhale, coming forward, dropping the right hip down. Exhale, stretching the jaw, lifting the chin. Inhale, walking the hands back. Softening the crown towards the ground. Inhale, we come forward till that knee's over the ankle. Exhale, lifting the chin. One more time like that. Breathing in back and breathing out, soften to the ground. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, we open up. So in the next inhale, we just soften the head. We tuck the back toes, placing the right hand under the right shoulder, lifting the back knee off the ground. So again, you can stay with the back knee down. Maybe you're high in the right fingertips. Then we'll spin open to the left side. If that back knee is lifted, we'll bend the back knee as we we circle the left arm and exhale, we press into the earth. Allow the left arm to float high. Breathing in, big circle. Breathing out. Pressing down with that left foot. Lengthening that left hamstring. Inhale, circling the arm. Exhale, we open up. So in the next inhale, as we come through center, we'll just crawl this right hand forward. Maybe the left hand comes forward as well. And exhale, we take a few steps or one giant step forward. Bring the toes to touch. As we send the hips back and wide. Exhale, we press down and roll up. So keeping the knees bent, hips back, arms float up. Exhale, hands to prayer, twisting to the left side. Breathing in, sweep it through center. And breathing out, twisting right. Inhale through center. And exhale to the left. Inhale back to the sky. And exhale to the right side. Inhale, straighten the legs. Reach high. Exhale, folding forward. Bringing the fingertips towards the ground. Softening the crown. So on the inhale now, stepping back and long with this left foot. Taking your time, heel toe this right foot out a couple of inches. Make sure you have a decent stance here, making sure this right knee's over the ankle. On the inhale, we'll lift the hips high so we come high in the back toes. Exhale, we organically drop the back heel down. So always making sure we have this forward and back. On the exhale, we'll press down with the feet, roll up, belly ribs hard. So this is our ninja stance here. So we should be able to move forward and back. Come out of this pose as the arms float high. Heel slides back, sinking down in that front thigh. So on the inhale, we'll interlace the fingers, extending the first finger up in space. Breathing, and we're going to dive down inside this right thigh. So as best you can, stand high if you need. Come as low to the earth as you choose. Exhale, we stretch up and back. Pulling the right hand with the left. So we stretch the right hip side. So breathing and diving down. And breathing out, reaching back. Stretching from the elbow to the armpit, to the right hip. Inhale one more time like that. And exhale, we reach up and back. So on the next inhale, we're going to come forward. Back heel, turn up. The hands come to prayer. Exhale, we're just going to spin over the right thigh. So option to drop the back knee down if you choose. Keep it lifted. So see if you can hook the elbow here. If you can't, just bring the fingertips back to the ground. But either way, wherever you are, we'll take a few tiny hops or one big hop with this left foot forward. If the feet are apart here, we just want to make sure that the knees are tracking outside of the foot so they're not collapsing inside. So when we come through center, we'll reach the arms up, making sure we're energetically pushing the knees outward as the hands come to prayer, twisting left. So breathing in through center, and breathing out. So if you struggle with keeping the knees outward, then just bring the feet back to touch. Exhale, twist into the left side. So on the inhale, we'll straighten the legs, reach to the sky. Exhale, circling around, fingertips to the ground. Inhale, we step back long with the right foot this time. We'll toe that left foot out if we need. Always taking any variation you choose here. On the inhale, we're going to lift the hips up so we come high in the back toes. Exhale, we organically drop that back heel down. So making sure that you're not stuck in this pose. You should have mobility forward and back. This should be your ninja pose. your fighting stance, so the hips go back and wide. Exhale, we press down and roll up, belly ribs hard. Inhale, arms float up. And exhale, we sink down in that thigh, back heel slides back and wide. As the hands interlace, extending the first finger up. Inhale, we dive down inside of this left foot. Exhale, we stretch up and back. Pulling the left hand with the right, stretching the right rib side. Breathing and diving down. And breathing out. Inhale to dive. And exhale to express open. Opening up that left side. So inhale as we come forward. Hands to prayer. Back heel turns up. Exhale, we turn to the left. Maybe you stop short of the thigh. Perhaps you can hook. Perhaps this right fingertips need to come to the ground. So on the inhale, we rock forward. And exhale, we begin to make our way forward. Poking the elbow, twisting to the left side. Breathing in through center, arms flow up. Breathing out, hands to prayer, twisting over the right thigh. Inhale and exhale. So just one more time to the right. Breathing in and breathing out, knees going outward. So we twist over that right thigh. On the inhale, we straighten the legs. Arms float high. Exhale, we circle around. Fingertips to the ground, softening the crown. So on the inhale, fingertips to shins. We lengthen long. And exhale, we slight bend to the knees. We fall forward between the thighs. So on the inhale, we lift and spread the toes. So we can feel the big toe mount, little toe mount, heel on the floor. Exhale, we press down with the tripod of the foot and we roll up, belly, ribs, heart. And chin maybe lifts up a few centimeters. As the arms float high. Exhale, hands to prayer. Soften the eyes. Just taking the next few moments to check in with your body. Notice how you feel different now than you did at the beginning. Moments of class. Perhaps rocking a little forward in the toes. Back in the heels. Maybe you have a little sway going on side to side. Feeling those tissues vibrating from the inside. It's been an honor and a privilege. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Namaste.